2021 success come to us. Last time, Wing Yi has promised you that to tell you a story. And what is this story? This is a story about success and regarding you and me. And this title of the story is The Alchemist. The Alchemist. Have you ever heard about this story? I think some of you may have, right? But if you haven't, this is spoiler alert. This is spoiler alert. I will tell you the whole story now. And in this story, there was a boy who called Santiago. And Santiago lived in Spain. And Santiago is a boy who really loves travel. Like you and me. But he really loves travel and freedom that he didn't want to get a 9-to-5 job. So he get a job to be a shepherd so that he can travel from land to land. And one day he had a dream. And in his dream, there was a huge pyramid appear in his dream. And in the desert, there was a huge pyramid. And the pyramid is so grand, is so huge, is so magnificent. And this dream triggers the desire of Santiago to go to the desert. So Santiago, after waking up, he really dropped off his sheep and set out to the desert. And he traveled from Spain to Africa. And now he is in Africa. And he met a man who promised him to lead him to the desert. And Santiago trusts him, but he was cheated and lost his money because of this man. Now, what can he do? He was standing alone in a different country without any money. Santiago was sad and nearly cried. But there is no room for him to cry or complain. So he go find a job. Unfortunately, he was able to find a job in a bakery. And in this bakery, he met his boss. And one day, the boss said to him, "Hi, young boy, when I saw you, I remember myself in a young age. And when I was young, I really love travel. And my dream is also want to go to the desert and see the pyramid and see the oasis. I even wanted to live in there. But I also know that money is important. Without money, I can't do anything. And after I have my family, I know that money is so important. So I work in the bakery and I let go of my dream." And Santiago asked him, "Why do you forgo your dream? Why don't you go to the desert?" And this verse really penetrates the boy's heart. And after that, Santiago really don't want to live a life like the boss of the bakery. So after 1 year working in the bakery, he set out to the desert again. Now, he really reached the desert, really thrilled, and he even met a new friend in the desert. And this new friend is cute. He pursued alchemy. And this friend lived at the oasis. So he took Santiago to the oasis. And after arriving the oasis, wow, the oasis was so beautiful. So beautiful. And even the girls were so beautiful. And Santiago fell in love with one of the girls and painted a really beautiful love story. But suddenly, there was a tribal war happened at the oasis. And it was so dangerous and scary. But Santiago was able to keep calm. And he even was able to anticipate the timing of the return of their rivals. So he led all the people at the oasis to escape from the war. Now, all the people at the oasis really loved Santiago, really admired him. So they made him a counselor of the oasis to protect them. Now, Santiago was really happy. He had the power, he had money, he had a girl too. He was so satisfied, and even he wanted to stay at the oasis forever. But at this moment, his friend, the alchemist, came to him and asked, "Could you remember your dream? I can see you that the first 3 years of your life at the oasis will be so satisfied and fulfilled. But after 3 years, I can see that you will hate yourself for being a mediocre." And Santiago really remembered his dream now. And he remembered that the reason he go to the desert, he wanted to see the pyramid. So he left the oasis with his friend, the alchemist, and set out to the desert again. And now they are at the oasis, they are at the desert. But they were catched and imprisoned by the warring tribe. Now, why they left the oasis, why they left the stable life at the oasis, pursue their dream, and now be catched and imprisoned by the rivals? They nearly died. But Santiago was able to keep calm, and he even negotiated with the tribe. But the tribe really laughed at them, and they offered them 3 days. But they asked them to, in these 3 days, they have to make themselves to become wind to save themselves. What can Santiago do? And Santiago was able to keep calm, and he talked to the sun and the wind in the desert. And he even connected to the soul of the world, so that the miracle happens. They were saved and escaped from the tribe. And finally, Santiago and his friend was able to reach the pyramid, and they even find the treasure in the pyramid where Santiago dreamed about. And this is the story. Is it exciting? But this is not the point. The point of this story is whether you pursue your dream or not, you still have to sacrifice, right? Whether you pursue your dream or not, you still encounter risks and troubles. Do you agree? Santiago encountered he was cheated by someone he trusts, and encountered the tribal war in a sudden, imprisoned by the rifles. Will this happen to you if you forgo your dreams? Maybe you may be cheated by someone you trust, and the tribal war means the succession dispute, the dispute between couples, and fighting for the promotion or fighting for staying at the same position, right? And imprisoned by the rivals, like you maybe fall into the scam, you maybe fall into the trap between sex, right? You still have to encounter some risks and troubles, even you forgo your dreams. So, what can we do? But if you are young, like you are 10s or 20s, you don't feel so much like us, because even you don't go after your dream, there are many goals in the world for you to chase. But if you enter the age of 30 and 40s, you will have such a feeling that you don't want to be a lion anymore. You don't want to kill any prey anymore. What you want to kill is to kill time, right? But when your life has no meaning and still have to encounter the risks and troubles, you will suffer. So, what can we do? You may ask, what is the soul of the world? The soul of the world here means if you go after your dream with faith, with persistence, and no matter you encounter any troubles or desperation, the universe will conspire together to make your dreams come true. And this is the point. This story is telling you that your ultimate dream in your mind will surely come true if you go after it. We know that success doesn't come easy, but foregoing our dreams doesn't easy too. But the reward of going after your dream is so huge that you can't imagine. So, are you willing to go after your dream? Are you willing to go after your aspiration? Are you willing to become who you want to become? What is your dream? What is your aspiration? You may say, it's too late for me to go after my dream. It's too late. No, it's wrong. You is at the perfect moment now. And you are on schedule. You're never too late or too early. This is the moment. What I am afraid is you dare not to be your true self. So, If you really want to go after your dream and don't know whether your dream will come true, here I prepared a homework for you. And in this homework, you have to take out a single line book. And on this single line book, you write down your ultimate dream in a few sentences. And then after it, write down all the possible things you can do to achieve this goal. Just write it down. And then write down the prayer. Pray for the clarity of how to go after your dream. And this is the homework for you today. And after today, tomorrow, you do it again. Do this homework again. And do this homework every day. If you follow my instruction, the miracle will happen. The clarity is here. And I really hope that you can achieve your dreams. So, do the homework. See you later. Bye bye.